Well, Life Achievers Academy, at Life Achievers Academy, we believe that everybody has a God-given gift.
Great.
Everybody has an inner potential. But unfortunately, not everybody is living up to that potential. So what we do is that we help people to discover that potential, to work at it, and be the best they can ever think of being.
But have you ever come across people who just don't believe they have a purpose, who just don't have a meaning in life? Have you ever come across such people?
Yes, we come across countless people who think they don't have a meaning in life, who even attribute what they are to their parents not doing that for them, or just blaming people for what they are now. They don't know what they are worth. They don't know they can do anything. So we come across these people, and what we do with them is that we train them to know that everybody has a God-given gift. But the problem is they don't know how. Some want to become this, but they don't know how. So we help them to get there.
I see. So, just what motivates you too? Because you're a motivational speaker. So what, is your motivation?
For me, I take all my inspiration from God.
Praise God.
And that is not debatable. I am what I am today and who I am today.
You owe it all to Him.
I owe it all to Him.
Excellent. I love that. So that's my story too. So, when I was going through this bulletin and, I saw some points you'll be discussing at the seminar, Discover Your Purpose and Destiny, and I thought, thank God, I've discovered it. I know what it is, But how does any other person discover, his or her purpose and destiny?
To start with, I said God has given everybody an inner potential. Inner gift, but people just put the ladder on something going somewhere. They don't know where it's going. They just want to climb up there, but they don't know what they want. It starts as a dream. God gives you ideas. What do you do with them? You have a big dream. How do you achieve that? Every man-made thing you see around now started as a dream. What did that person do with it? I'm sure they had a plan. It became a reality. So what millions of people have
but Mrs. Prempeh, you're a Christian. You also know that Satan gives ideas.
I know, right?
So how do I know if this idea is God-given or it's devil-given?
From the spiritual point of view, you need to pray for spirit of discernment. If you have that, believe you me, you get it right.
Excellent. And then increase your self-esteem and confidence.
Ooh, some people have such a low self-esteem. I think based on past experience, what people say to them, people are entitled to their opinions.
Or what people have done
to
to them.
Or what people have done to them. Things happen to people. I say to them, you decide how you want it to affect you. If you say something to me and I think I don't deserve it, or that's not what God has told me, I'm sorry, but I don't take it. I move on. You look at where you're going. Nothing interrupts whatever you're going or what you're doing. So you don't look at what people are saying. You go all out, and then you start dreaming big. As you dream big, you increase your self-esteem, your self-respect, and you get there.
So what does it for you? What would boost your self-esteem and confidence? We want to get all the secrets from you today.
For me, it's the confidence I have in Christ. For me, that's what has worked for me.
Great. Because it works for me too. It works magic. It works magic. But of course, obviously, through Life Achievers Academy, you must have come across people who are just, who hate themselves, or hate what they've become in life. Have you come across such?
We come across countless people like that. But we have a plan. We take you through a plan. As I said, some people don't know how to set goals. Some people think wishes are goals and dreams. So what we do is we help you to sort of crystallize your dreams to becoming goals. A research was conducted in Pennsylvania, and they found out that 90% of the adults had never written down a goal. They go to church, they have New Year resolution, but nobody actually puts it on paper and has a plan. Okay, this is my goal. How do I attain it?
Because if you set a goal, you must work out a plan.
Exactly. And you know what? Successful people think about what they want and how to achieve it. Unsuccessful people think about what I don't want and who made me this and blame others. So if you want to be successful, think about what you want and how to achieve it. And God will help you.
But through the research you've done and all the people you've met through Life Achievers Academy and all the seminars you organize, what would you say is that one thing that, just diminishes people's confidence and self-esteem?
To start with, I think that people look at what has happened to them in their past. And they look at their environment to determine where they're going. And some people were brought up by parents who never set goals. But I believe that if from the Christian point of view, you become a Christian, God gives you a revelation. You have to come out of that mindset of the mediocrity. You have to know that you can achieve and attain whatever God has given to you. Remember, you are what you think you are. As a man thinketh, so is he. So you think good things for yourself and you get good things out of life. So it all boils down to how you look at life, your perspective. You need to set clear goals. You need to have a clear sense of direction. You can't just go everywhere because everybody's
and it must be feasible. You know, there are those who just said those are out of this world.
Yeah, so to start with, even if you have a big dream, start with the small ones. Maybe you want to become something very great in future.
Start from somewhere.
Maybe we need to work on your time. We start with very simple things as getting a diary, doing a to-do list, putting a
you have that?
Yeah, you get a diary. It's very simple. It goes a long way to help you. You have a to-do list. You don't just put task on the list. Maybe on a list of 10, the first one is smile all day. Be grateful for life. And that gets you there.
Yeah. So rediscover your potential and break free from a mediocre mindset. You're looking at that too at the conference.
Yeah, we're looking at that too. People discovered their potential some years ago. And because they were unemployed, they just ended up somewhere. Now they've realized that the reality does not meet the fantasy. They don't know how to come out of that. They don't know how to pursue their destiny. So we talk to them, we train them, and they get there.
Haven't you met people, you know, and from what they've done and where they've been and, you know, the situation they find themselves in, you know, presently, you know, haven't you met people and you've just had to write them off and say, you know what, I think it's too late for you. I think you missed all your chances, you know, and your opportunities. Haven't you ever had to, you know, just write people off?
I never write anybody off.
You know, because I ask because I meet 60-year-olds and 70-year-olds and, you know, my grandfather, for instance, about, you know, 92, and he'll be talking and saying, well, in future, and I wonder, where's the future for you, Grandpa?
Well, there's a lady in I think it's Washington, if I'm right, and she was the oldest in her medical class, and she was well above 50, and the people in her class were wondering, what are you doing studying medicine now? You never write off people. Once you have life, you have hope.
That's true.
You can achieve anything. It's never too late.
Of course. Of course. Managing your time, talent, tasks, resources. I'm going to ask you. I mean, look at you, First Lady, Springs of Joy International Ministries, mother of 2, wife of 1, you know, Life Achievers Academy. I mean, you're doing all of these things. How do you juggle the tasks?
To start with, I'll say it's by the grace of God, and also I have people who help me. There is help out there. There's financial help, spiritual help. There's so much help out there. Get the help available to you and make use of it. If you get the right help, you get the right people to mentor you, you get to where you're going.
You know, I have come to a point in life where, you know, I am so spiritual, and I strongly believe the spiritual governs the physical. Is it possible for one to discover, you know, her purpose or destiny without being spiritual? Is it possible? Really?
Well, whatever we teach there will let you understand that everybody has inner values. Everybody has beliefs. Now, these beliefs and values are centered on your spirituality. It's personal. From the Christian point of view, it's very different, but everybody has that spirit man in them. Everybody, regardless where you're coming from.
But how is your spirit man activated if you're not spiritual?
Okay, you need to be, for instance, from the spiritual point of view, if God gives you a revelation, what do you do about it?
Oh, I live it.
Yes, some people
I live in it. It's my mindset. I like meditate on day and night until I'm it.
Some people don't, right? So they have it, yet they are not making use of it. So make use of whatever you have, and then you get there.
Excellent. Other challenges that come with this, you know, doing this work, meeting all sorts of people who are in all sorts of dire, you know, situations, it can be challenging, can it not?
But I thank God because I train people to be prepared for challenges. So when challenges come my way, I learn to deal with them, and then I move on.
And I think challenges really, well, it depends on how you see them. Because for me, they're stepping stones. I think I triumph over every one of them that comes. They
strengthen you. So when challenges come, you see, what did they do to your life? You make use of that challenge. Back in the days when they experienced Katrina, remember the Hurricane Katrina? Most people lost everything. You know what? Some people came and when they saw what their house is gone, they're like, we can't even live tomorrow. They committed suicide. Others saw that, no, We should be thankful that we are alive. Maybe God has something good for us. And people call it a tale of two cities now. You should go to New Orleans now. It's
Never been there.
It's changed. Before Katrina, it wasn't like that. Now even the rate of unemployment has diminished. New businesses have sprung up. But at the time, it was a challenge. But what did people do out of it? So we meet challenges every day. But what you make the challenge do to you is entirely
So I think it's